Hello everyone, and welcome back to Parardo's Let's Play of Tropico 5. We are back here on Mission Paranoia, whose main goal right now is to develop a tourist area. Now, we are currently in the middle of an election. I know that doesn't pop up on here. I just loaded the game, so it probably doesn't pop up right now. We are in the middle of an election, and we only have a 47% approval rating, so there is going to have to be some work that we're going to have to do in order to kind of really fix this situation. So, I'm also concerned about our revenue. We're just not generating enough revenue right now, and so I'm a little concerned that we're just going to keep getting deeper and deeper into a hole. So what I'm going to do is since we're not using the power plant at all, I'm going to turn down the amount of power, basically lower its budget, and turn down the amount of power that we're using, so we can save a little bit of money there. We do have this quest that is almost complete with exporting rum, and that will help give us some additional funds. We're going to check the trade. We're currently exporting rum and planks. We do have 2 libraries, and I gotta be honest, I don't know that we need 2. So I'm thinking of demolishing one of them. This one's producing 50 research points, and this one's only 33. It does help increase our research, but there is an expense to it, and so I'd rather just not have that extra expense for that. Okay, so one of the main things we're going to have to work on is taking a look and see what is really upsetting our people. And it looks like the main thing right now is entertainment, which should be easy enough to rectify a little bit, and housing. So those 2 are going to be the big movers, I think, here. Healthcare is right in there too. Healthcare is pretty easy to fix. We can just throw in a small little clinic, and that should actually pretty much take care of any concerns. So let's go put that in there. Actually, there's a clinic right there. Whoops, that's probably not a good idea. Yeah, let's put a clinic somewhere else, a little bit farther away. Oh, there's one over here too. You would think with all those clinics that they would be happy. It looks like there's some room in here. Oh no, these are all homes. Look at that. Why is that home built like on the road there? That's weird. Huh. It's not aligned properly. That one too. A little off on that. That's interesting. Well, we've got a little bit of a housing. We're gonna put some housing in over here, so I'm thinking this is going to have like a little bit of almost like a mini city over here to support all the tourism. So we're going to need a clinic over here. So let's go ahead and plop that in here. We'll put it over here. Now that I'm over here, I'm also seeing we're having a little bit of a problem transporting the goods from the gold mine. And that's probably because we need another Teamster's office. Now, we just don't have the money right now to put in a Teamster's office. But that is something that we're going to have to do, is take a look at putting in a Teamster's office. There was a little bit of a complaint about entertainment, and so what I want to do is let's put in a tavern over here because it's cheap. There we go. Alright, so let's go ahead and get this rolling and see what happens. We are going to need to build more residential, and as soon as we get some funds to do that, we will build it. Now, we can go in and check and see what the politics are right now. We have 46% popular support. Let's take a look at see how the factions are. Capitalists love us, but there's only 48 of them. Environmentalists are indifferent. Industrialists are indifferent. Well, pretty much everybody else is indifferent. So there's probably a few things that we can do. The religious group has one of the largest populations outside the communists, and of course communists and capitalists are going to be at odds with each other. So we may want to do is try to cater to the religious. So it might be worthwhile when we have some money putting in another church or another mission. As of right now, there's the Catholic mission is here. I believe we only have, we have 2 churches. One here and then one over here. So we may want to put in another church. I don't know. Let's see if we do have some available managers. So putting in an administrator here might actually help us out. And then we can actually go ahead and throw in an environmentalist over here. That might help a little bit. I don't know. Whoops. So we've got the tavern put in here. Still really low. We're in the red here on money, which is a bit of a concern. We are building this area over here. You know what I want to do is I just need money. I was going to say what would be great is putting in a beach area right here. And that I think would be really helpful from an entertainment perspective, but we just don't have the money right now. So I'm hoping some of these exports really start picking up and going through, so that we have the money to put in a little beach area. So I think the beach area is 1,800. Still having some traffic problems here, and we still have this. Okay, good. There we go. The clinic is now going in. It's now in. We just need somebody to work there. So that'll up our rating a little bit more as we get closer to the election. But really concerned about the revenue right now. Just it's so low, and I know we're like forcibly giving money away. And part of that problem is going to be this gold right here, because we're not getting that gold to the docks, so it's not getting exported, and that's definitely going to be a concern. Check my other mines out while we're in the area here. Everything seems to be going well. Look at that, our support up to 51%. I'm actually going to go better safe than sorry here. It's just because it's so close. I don't want to lose. I don't want to have the option of losing that support, so we're going to go ahead and do that. Because even if it drops 1, there's a good chance we could increase it a little bit. So hopefully we can maintain that lead with what we've got right now. And there are other tactics that you can do, like a tax cut or whatnot, but we just don't have the money.
Thanks to a clever interpretation of the numbers, we've decided that you have won.
Well, we won.
Presidente.
It wasn't a great victory, but we won. So what I want to do is actually right now I want to pause this for a second. I want to go ahead and save the game. I like to save the game right after an election, just because that's going to, elections are usually the hardest to get through, at least for me, and especially when you're building a new city. And so having that, being able to, saving it after the election, this way you don't have to go back through it again, is always a good thing for me. Although there's probably something to be said about, hey, not overwriting a game, because what if something happens and you have to go back? I totally understand, totally agree with that, but at the same time, that's not necessarily a major concern right now. Looks like we've exported that rum and we've got the money from that. I want to go ahead and put in that beach site regardless. We're going to need it, period. So I'm going to go get that started to build. And I do want to put in another residential building. It's going to put us in debt, but oh, or should I put in the Teamsters? You know what? Actually, let's do this. Let's put in the Teamsters office over here because I want to make sure that we get this gold exported, because that's going to be a significant benefit to us for our economy. And if we don't have the Teamsters office built, then it's gonna delay shipping and trucking everything across the island for a while. So it's important we get that going. Alright, so we still only have the historic inn to build as a priority. We've got a lot of industry, not too many shanties. I've seen one or two, but overall pretty good. So we just need to go back and start focusing. Oh, I'm on pause. That's why nothing was happening. Okay, so we get a free industry building, which I definitely want, because that's something we do need to work on. And in fact, you know, we're already producing furniture. I mean, we're not producing furniture, but we have a logging company, and we have a lumber mill producing planks. So a furniture factory would be a really good addition, I think. So I'm going to go ahead and put in that furniture factory. I think that'll really up our exports, and hopefully help us break even a little bit more. See, if you notice, our rating dropped a little bit after the election, but it's gone back up again. I'm not quite sure what pushed it back up to 50%, but we're going to keep an eye on that because there's going to be another election. There are some workers being delivered here. So we should get started building our new factory. And there it goes, the new furniture store or furniture factory going up. Slowly but surely. And right next door we've got our logging camp, which actually looks like it's going to be out of logs pretty soon. There's not too many logs available left. Production office, and there's the lumber mill. So if we go take a look at research, we're currently researching flight. It is going to take us 42 months. We do just have this one library because we did take out that other library. But it's producing 50 research points per month, so that's not too bad. I am a little questioning if I shouldn't have taken out that library, but I'm gonna stand by taking it out. We just don't have the economy to support 2 libraries right now, so. And it looks like our furniture factory has been built, so that's going to start producing some furniture. We'll be able to export that. And we have our Teamsters office over here that got built, so that should hopefully help with the that should hopefully help us with the agitator. Oh, okay. That should hopefully help with the production of the gold. It just wasn't getting transported, so now hopefully we'll be able to transport that gold and get that out. I heard my favorite ding, meaning there's a new quest.
The Politburo
Invite the USSR in an embassy. Okay. Now, we don't have an embassy, so we're going to have to build one. And right now, we just don't have the funds. So really, we're kind of waiting to see how we can get our exports increased. In fact, we still have those 2 trades running. Lots of ships. So this guy's just kind of sitting out here. What's that all about? That's weird. If we go ahead and take a look at the almanac, we take a look specifically at the economy, you can see we're getting a little bit closer. We still have a negative. There's still a difference here, and so we do need to really get that taken care of. We are oh, that's the furniture factory is consuming 50. Right. So yeah, not great. Cigars are a good export. We're at 51 support, and actually, let's go take a look at the people. Let's see. So 15 homeless. Happiness-wise, healthcare's up really well. Housing is still the big one. Housing and entertainment are still the 2 big ones. Even though we've got this opera house over here. It's interesting that you can make that only for tourists. I'm not going to do that because it's way over here and our tourist area is way on the other side. But that's just an interesting thought that you could do that. We are still just here, kind of waiting for the gold to really start getting exported, and the furniture to be created, so that starts exporting, and we'll have. Right now, we've got rum sitting here. Okay, we've got some gold. Don't see any furniture yet, so 18 grand from that. The ship's coming in now. Yeah. Some coal, some rum. Not a lot, though. So hopefully this export that just pulled in will give us a nice little bump. Not as much as I was hoping, apparently. But it'll give us something. Oh, there it goes. There we go. Now we're back in the positive territory. Yeah. Looking good. Okay. Let's go ahead and take a look and see what we need to build that embassy. Actually, go ahead and build it right now. I'll put it right there. It's a good spot. It's going to put us a little bit in a hole, but we've got good support at 52%, and I think by completing this quest, it's going to just help us out even more. So it's important that we get this going. We do really need to start focusing on the tourists and getting that historic inn in and getting more tourists in, but we really just don't have the funds right now. That historic inn is like 20 grand, so it's very expensive, and we just don't have the funds really to take care of that. Still waiting for you to build. I'm keeping this, you'll notice I'm keeping the speed on regular, mainly because I will tell you that it's very easy when I feel like regular is too slow, but I feel like fast forward's too fast. And things just start really rolling, and if you kind of just aren't cognizant enough, or you just don't think about lowering the speed when something happens, just more bad things just keep happening. So it's not great. Okay, build 2 military buildings, and that's going to increase our militaristic relations, which is great because we don't have they're mostly indifferent to us. So we actually have the money that we can go ahead and do this right now. So here's a guard tower. I want to put a guard tower over here. We had one over here before, and it got demolished. And then I want to put a guard tower over here because we don't have anything really supporting anybody over here. So in case there is an attack or a rebellion over here, we do want something. Alright, we got the embassy.
So furious.
Oh, and speaking of which, the rebels are attacking. Looks like they're right over here. But we've got a barracks here, right? And we've got the fort here. Now, what are they targeting? Oh, they're targeting the, what is that, coal mine? So our people are going out. Why are you... Wow, they're walking a really strange way to get to the coal mine. That is very odd. These guys move very slowly. Alright, well, we were going to invite the USSR. So that's what we're going to do. Oh, and they're going to give us a free industry building. Now, you'll note I'm not taking the educated workers. We've got enough workers. In fact, I think we have too many workers. So I'm just going to go ahead and take the free industry building. I just noticed that the logging camp's been demolished because there's no trees left in the area. So that's something that we're going to have to take care of. Our troops still have not shown up. I mean, they're on their way, but they still haven't gotten enough here yet. And it's interesting that we have rebels because we're at 59% satisfaction. Alright, well, while this is happening, we need to get the logging camp put back in. A new logging camp. It's green enough in this area, I think. I think that's a good place for it. Whoops. Alright. Stick that over there, because otherwise our furniture and planks are just going to zero out. So we've got to get that building in there. Good. Looks like we took care of the rebel threat. Our coal mine is still functioning and doing well. Oops. And our military buildings are going up. We got one here. And then we got the other one that's going up over in the... over here. I am reminded that we still do need to focus on providing housing, and that's going to be, I think, our next step once we get some more money. We do have an approval rating of almost 60% though, so this is we're on the right track. The key thing is going to keep that approval rating high, and it already just dropped down to 56. Okay, we've got the second military building built. So now, all right, so we can get another military building, or more militarists. Now the militarists, I think, are going to support us. So I'm thinking bringing in more militarists to the island. Because I wish you could access the almanac. I'm going to bring in more militarists. I think, now that might have been a mistake, but let's take a look here at the faction support. Okay, we have a good standing with the militarists, so yay. We also have a good standing with the communists and the capitalists and the environmentalists. Wow. It's just the religious and the industrialists that don't really care for us. So that's good. So that should overall help us and support, give us support. We are a little bit in the hole right now. Let's see, what do we need to do? Okay, we just got a free industry building, didn't we? Yes. I want to get the pharmaceutical company in. Now that's going to cost us 200 power consumption, so I need to double check. Alright, we're producing 298, we're using 50. So that will give us, so we will have enough if we put in the pharmaceutical company. And the reason I like the pharmaceutical company is because it doesn't require any goods, right? There's no raw goods you have to put in. You just kind of put it in and then people start working there. It does require an educated workforce, and does take a little while to build, but I think it's going to be a good way to bring in more money to our economy without having to kind of develop a whole a whole new kind of industry necessarily, with the raw resources and whatnot. I just want to put in a little bit of road here. It's not a huge deal, but I just noticed that when the troops were moving, they were kind of cutting through the jungle here. There wasn't really a fast way for them to get where they were going, and whoops. And I thought, you know, why not? There we go. Give a little bit of structure to these roads, because we just don't have as much. You know, the planning so many times is that, oh, let's just plop it down, you know, and sometimes, and because there's not like traffic in the city necessarily, you don't always think about, you know, what needs to be done. Not like SimCity, where SimCity you're constantly worried about traffic and doing this and doing that, and here you don't necessarily have those issues. But you are concerned about various different things here. So let's see. I'm gonna put in some managers. I don't know how well managers are really, you know, how well managers really do for this. Seriously, what is their major impact? You know, I don't know. How, you know, how much of an impact there is, by putting them in. That's something new they introduced with Tropico 5, but, you know, might as well use them while we got them, right? We do have a protest. Let's see. So here's something I learned recently is I like to, if you hit negotiate, what we'll actually do is it'll come up and tell you exactly what it is they want. They want 2 cabins. I think we can do that. And we've got the money right now. Oh, wait, what are cabins? Am I losing my mind? Oh, cabins are tourist things. Well, that's fine. That's fine. I don't mind putting in a cabin. 2 cabins. I don't mind doing that at all. Alright, we still got the pharmaceutical. Alright, the USSR just sent us some money. Pharmaceutical building is going up. That is a big building. And I see a quest that in the background.
Our relations with the great Soviet
Send a
Union
delegation to
are
the
now in
USSR. Alright. Let's go ahead and do that.
Did it have to be the USSR, old chap? Couldn't we have sent a delegation to somewhere warmer?
Alright, so they want us to put in 2 hospitals. It'll increase our USSR relations and give us $10,000. And, okay, this building is now done and open, and I want to get a manager in here. I'm going to put in the agent.
Tropico, the company that puts you ahead of
And I do want to get a foreman in somewhere.
But not anymore. Thanks to Chirinax, I can now smile and
Don't
laugh.
know where I want to put him. Let's put him in over here.
Except pure joy.
Okay. Still having some financial issues, although our revenue is much higher than our expenses now. So yay for that. And now that we're going to start exporting some pharmaceuticals, that should really help as
We
well.
have the military power. Now, let's do something really stupid and see where it gets us.
All right. We can do an international incident, or we can proclaim that we have a super weapon. That makes me feel like something negative is going to happen. Or we could do nothing. Now, if we do nothing, we're going to lose. I'm just, sometimes these things are just not worth it. I think I'm actually going to do nothing. It is going to lower the approval rating overall, but that's something I think we can easily recover from that. Whereas, doing something that's just like where it's going to involve the UN or something like that is going to be a lot harder for us to recover from that. So as you can see, it's very easy to just kind of get derailed from the main objective as you go through these cities. So right now we're basically waiting for these 2 cabins to be built, which will help. It will bring in a few new tourists, but nothing major, but it's mainly going to help everybody to be happy. And then we can focus on building hospitals. We just don't have the money right now to do that, and so we're going to keep an eye on that. We are at 53% satisfaction, so good. And our revenue is now outpacing our expenses, so that's also positive. So we have a positive budget overall. It's now just an issue of getting a positive actual treasury. So that's where we're going to go ahead and end this episode of Per Ardua. Let's Play of Tropico 5. Thank you all for tuning in. As always, please like and share the video, and leave me some comments. Let me know what else you think we should do here in the city, what else we should add, any tips on how we can go about fixing our economy a little bit more, getting more money in. I see we did just get a bump here of 10 grand, so thank goodness for that. And of course, please subscribe to the channel. Looking forward to hearing more about you. Thanks for watching.